Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra November 27, 2021. Putting all of yourself is always important, especially if you want to be successful. But for nothing to come between you and him, you would need to acknowledge that you have to take a break. You don't always have to give your all to make things go your way. Being consistent with your energy is what comes best for you. It is the moon that would put all of its energy into you to make this decision. Sometimes it is impossible to remember the past, so you have everything on your side to make things lighter in your present. That is why it is important that, with the transition from the signs from Aries to Taurus, you put the best of yourself, making things become well-being. Today is the time to set yourself free in every way. Suddenly and without prior notice, there is a person who would be putting everything in your favor so that you can meet a goal. Now that you have that energy, don't make yourself upset. Make the sextile between Mercury and Jupiter. Good time for everything to go in a good way for you. It is a day full of good energy, without a doubt for you regardless of what you have thought. Beware of your penchant for sarcasm and irony. By speaking too easily by illusions and imagining that your double talk is perceived by everyone, you risk discrediting yourself. Even your friends might get suspicious. Cynicism works for a while, but the game can turn sour. The consequences can be crippling. Turn your tongue 7 times before making your little jokes. The shadow of your old relationship still threatens your present. Worse, it prevents you from rebuilding yourself. You struggle to open up to new sentimental perspectives. As a result, maintaining contact with the person responsible for this mental torture remains incongruous. By drawing a line above, you realize the mourning of this accumulated suffering. Finally, far from you, rebirth projects will gradually germinate in your secret garden. For them to go beyond the limits of your imagination and come to fruition, let them hatch in bright sunlight. You will be especially attracted by unusual experiences. Think about the consequences before going for it. Relaxing at home without worrying will be very enticing. Give yourself time to do it without feeling guilty. Your nerves are on edge today. Don't force yourself to appear detached, that would be worse. Put off important decisions until another day. It's more a day to relax. If you get caught up in your work obligations, your family, and the people you love, they'll let you know that they want to spend more time with you. It's time for you to find a balance between your career and your feelings. Desperate to find health, you would have done everything, even what hurts you, so it is better that you put a limit to what does not benefit you, especially with products of dubious origin. It is better that you bet on the natural. It can be in the long term that everything works for you, but with much healthier benefits than dubious products. Perhaps Newton's apple will fall on your head today. The atmosphere is full of creativity, and you will undoubtedly have some spark of genius conducive to opening the doors to a world barely glimpsed until then. So many new possibilities in perspective. You will multiply the projects. Enough to occupy your next 12 months. The angst of the blank sheet will not reach you today. In this area, no planet is taking the ascendancy over another today. You feel great, but that doesn't mean you have to rest on your laurels. To keep this shape, you will have to intensify your physical activity a little. If you are convinced that sport is not for you, opt for an activity such as active walking, yoga, choose your type of practice well. Some are very intense, or group dance classes like Zumba. Now that you have enough time, let the things you have done before bear fruit. Set your mind on something that considers itself more fortunate than before. Now that you have everything going for you, fortune is on your side. With the number 5 in the Regency, everything looks more prosperous than you think. Maybe you are going to have a hard time getting up this morning, dear. You would like to let things happen today. This would not be a bad solution. You benefit from the best aspects so that your business progresses without problems. So take advantage of these moments to rest and, for example, to tidy up. Now is the time. A small, contentious case could bring you some financial worries. By getting closer to influential people, you decide to change things. It is a somewhat fuzzy period that promises to be on the financial side, but rest assured it does not last. There is a time for everything, and today, for you, it is about freeing yourself from the past rather than making sparks at work. Of course, one doesn't prevent the other, but it's up to you to find the right balance. You have enough space in your heart to receive love and make things much more prosperous for you than before. Today is a day full of good energy, so that love is on your side. Do not worry about that. A sextile between Mercury and Jupiter would be doing everything possible so that things get better prosperity with you. You will feel comfortable in any situation today. Express your thoughts and make your ideas known. We will listen to you. Whether you are currently living a stable sentimental relationship or you are single, you will likely want to seduce the whole world today, and especially the male. Stay spontaneous without trying to do a lot. That will help you look your best. It is time for an order to have regency. That is why, in some way, everything is put as you have thought. Do not complain about what you have not been able to do. It is better that you have good energy regarding what you speak. Do not let anxiety dominate you. That is why you have the moon in your favor. That would make it a calmer day. A few days ago, the planets offered to humanize your great theories a little. It's time to start seeing the results in practice. If this movement manifests itself in the course of your work, you should now move on to the concrete formulation of this humanization by reaching out more towards others. The leaves of the tree are growing. Everything is fine. It couldn't be better. Awesome. Your development is a pleasure to see, and you shine purely and simply. A true catalyst for good humor. You bring good vibes with you, and your colleagues will thank you for it. You have decided to see life on the bright side, taking Balu's wise advice at face value. It takes little to be happy, really very little to be happy. Don't change anything. That's how we love you, light, positive, full of enthusiasm. Symbol of fertility, the well aspect moon indicates that your environment is expanding. Birth, new meetings, trip. Your circle is getting ready to be enriched with new arrivals. You are delighted by this prospect. You who are a follower of the saying, the merrier the more we laugh. You will welcome everyone with kindness, displaying all the hospitality that characterizes you.